Hello, Salvadorian Warrior here. Today, I want to talk about this deck I created a few weeks ago. I recently took it to some locals, and at this point, I can say I am slightly proud of this deck. The problem is the side deck, as always, because I haven't gotten enough experience yet for like all the meta stuff out there. Like, just so you know, I haven't came upon an Odeon deck, Radiant Typhoon, or at least any Draco Tail engine for any niche decks out there. I went up against an Ice Barrier deck, and that was annoying. Only because he had his floodgates, and as you can see in one of the cards, Domain of the True Monarchs is also a floodgate. So it was fair, but man, those matches went on and on. And I did play against a few other people's, but these were on separate days. And I don't know, the Ice Barrier deck was the one that was the highlight. This deck can still feel unfair if you're not prepared for it. And ever since the hit on Drill and Lockbird, thank God I won't have to be afraid of a hand trap that stops me from searching. Now there's only a few hand traps that I have to worry about. So today I present to you Monarchs, featuring Kashira Ogre from the Kashira May Cry series. I'll talk about that card later. For now, this is the deck that I'm really proud of, and there's just a lot of things that I want to talk about. And yeah, also Merry Christmas, everybody. So we start off with playing two Heavenlies, two Underworlds, one Tathalos, two Ogres, one Caius, one Edios, three Edios, one Land Robe, two Underworld Squires, two Heavenly Squires, two Primal Squires, and then of course there's three Pathyisms, three Tenacities, one Master Plan, three Revolts, two Callbys, three Demise of the Lands, two Strikes, three Stormforce, one March, one Domain, we can only add one, one Prime, and one Perfection. Obviously, we don't use an extra deck because the Squires and a few magics and traps locks us out of our extra deck. So we're going in with just a pure deck, old school. What makes it even more old school, we're relying everything on a tribute summon. And if we can get through a tribute summon and have at least two or three on the field, then we're golden, because Perfection is just too good of a card if they're special summoning. And even if they special summon and we fail to get the field spell, but we draw into this will be our plan B, just in case. And once they special summon and we bring out the field spell, they're gonna feel shocked. I don't want to go into details yet on how to play this deck. What I will say is this: it may not look like it takes a lot of skill, because you might be thinking search the field spell and be done with it, but there's a lot of thought process in getting into that field spell, because what if they hit you with a hand trap? This deck can play around hand traps. Just don't special summon or normal summon up to 5, because that's when we'll get hit with the rock, and we don't want that. We can stop to 4. Also, this card right here has a pretty ridiculous effect where we send magics and traps that's related to Monarchs. We can send a card from the field to the graveyard. Send cards from the field to the deck, graveyard to the deck, or random a card from the opponent's hand to the deck. And we can do it as many times as we want, as long as we contribute summon. Sadly, this deck can only tribute summon up to 3, and it's real easy to do once you play through it. Sometimes you'll bring out this guy twice, and Tithanos will be the third one. And unlike this guy, where he returns cards back to the deck, this guy would just look at your opponent's hand, pick a card, and send it to the graveyard. And if it's a fire type, they take 1,000. I thought this was really good. And I was using the other one, Shadow Fire or whatever. And too hard to bring out. I don't know why, but it was just too hard to bring out. And with that, Kashira Ogre was another cool card that I liked using, because if they activate an effect, we'll start extracting. Or if we go into battle phase, we'll start extracting. Or if we have in our hand and we have no Monarchs, but we have this card, we can actually use Ogre to dig through our deck. Mostly we use this for Revolt, and then we could pitch a random card for Revolt, and then we can start doing the mind games. And there's a lot of mind games you can do. You play Revolt, and if you have monsters to tribute, you can do this. Or if you don't have monsters to tribute, but you want to get into your tributed monsters, and you have a random Monarch spell card that you want to give away, you can show this to your opponent, this, and hopefully this card. And if they choose either one of them, they're in for a wild ride. Just make sure they're tributed ready, because there was a moment where I messed up and I gave myself a brick only for my opponent to give me a brick. And when I realized this scenario, I should have just went 2 of these and 1 of the squires, or I don't know, something that wasn't this and this, because the opponent gave me this and I had no way to tribute 2 monsters. It doesn't always have to be like that. Sometimes you can tribute a tributed monster 1 to bring out the these 2 cards. But I don't know. It was a bad strat. Strike of the Monarchs, you may think would be good for disruptions, but the strange part, I never used it for disruptions. Instead, I used it to turn all my monsters and my opponent's monsters into whatever attribute was appropriate at the time. Mostly the master plan and prime strategy. And basically what I would do is pitch prime in the graveyard, and if master plan's in the graveyard too, I would activate prime's effect, special summon it, and since master plan was banished, select the card that was dark or whatever, search for Caius. You can also search for this dude, but you won't get the extra effect to tribute summon for this dude. If you search for Caius, you'll be able to tribute, and that was like the really cool moment right there. And then you got land robes. This was a small little tech, so you only run 1. If you know that there's a monster that's being a problem, you activate the effect, send it face down, and do your plays. And yeah, this was a really cool deck. It took a while for me to learn how to play, but I did it. And here's the side deck. We're running Light and Darkness Dragon. We're running all 3 of these Monarchs: the Rock Monarch, the Light Monarch, and Ryza. Ryza's just too good. And Wind Monsters are going to be pretty good next year. but who knows. I added the light because Zaborg, regular Monarch Zaborg, it has a cool popping effect, but no, I'll go with this card instead. They both have the same attacks. If they have back row, hey, True Nate is free. If we're going first, or sometimes second, but mostly first, and we know that they're gonna execute our tuner, Book of a Lunar Eclipse is a really good one. We're running 2 Cosmic Cyclones, and finally we have spell card Soul Exchange. Now, why is this card in my side deck but not in my main deck? Well, that's because I got these cards. But if we're going second, this would be it. But I might change the side deck. I need to put more board breakers in my side deck. Soul Exchange is one of them, but I don't think it's all of that. I might put excuse me. I might put Dark Ruler No More. I was thinking about the card. Like, what was that card again? I might replace it for these two and maybe Light and Darkness Dragon. Originally, I was thinking something really stupid, and I wanted to add Slifer the Sky Dragon, but I don't know. 3 tributes is too much. Hell, when you summon Slifer, you don't even get the card effect to special summon and then search for a card. Yeah. Also, Call by the Grave. Still a good card. And that landed us with 93 points. Now, let's show one play so you can kind of get some idea of how this deck is played. Okay. This is kind of bad, but we'll see, because we're gonna normal summon this dude since we got an extra normal summon, tribute, and then we're gonna search. And search for what you say? We can search for search for Master Plan. And then we'll play this. Pitch Prime. And then after that, set 2. And that would be it. Seriously. You know, if they special summon, they'll do this. And they'll do this. And if somehow they get rid of everything, the last card would be to special summon Prime and bring out Master Plan so we can get Caius. But that was kind of weak. Let's try again. Okay, this one's a little better, because if you draw into Ogre, the first thing you want to do is special summon Ogre. And then after that, we activate Revolt. We'll pitch, and we'll show our opponent these 3 cards. We will show them this card, and this card. Let's see what our opponent picks. They gave us those 2 cards, and now we special summon her, and then she'll allow us to special summon this dude. Now we get 2 normal summons. We will regular normal summon her for this guy. We will search for let's search for Tenacity. That way we can activate Tenacity, show this dude, and then we search for Perfection. We will set this card, and we will normal summon the regular way do this, do that, and we'll bring out this dude, trigger the effect of this guy, and I think we'll just add it to our hand just in case. And we will look at our opponent's thingamajig, and let's see. We don't want to probably do anything. And then we'll set. And you know what? This is actually a really, really decent board, because not only are they down to 4 cards, but we have Perfection, we have Despise. So if they special summon a monster, we'll go Chainlink 1 and then Chainlink 2. Chainlink 2 will special Domain, and then Chainlink 1 will have the choice to either destroy a card, banish, rip, put a card on top of their deck, and that's it. Let me show you one more. Alright, now this is just too good. Again, special summon. And then we're gonna do the same thing. We'll show this, and obviously this. So they give us that card, and everything's gonna go crazy. Special summon, special summon, and then we will tribute. We have 2 normal summons, so we got 1 more. There's the dude. We will rip a card, but first we have to pitch this and Master Plan. And then if we want, we can pitch this, special summon, and we'll do that. Tribute. We'll search for Domain. Always search for Domain. Play this. And we have 2 interruptions, but at the same time, we got the floodgate going. We also drew call by, so if they try anything, that's it. And if they activate a monster effect, well, we will extravagate 5 cards, and that'll be the end of it. So, oh, and we ripped the card from their hand too, so it's good. Good deck. And that was Monarchs. I hope you enjoy this interesting demo. And I do have one more video to post out at the end of the year. It's not as doomerish as it was these past years, but there is some doubt. But it has to do with the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me know what you guys are thinking about for the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I heard a lot of different things. And even though it's valid, I'm still hopeful. So I will see you guys when I see you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and all that whatnot. I'll see you guys soon.